Hey all, my name is Paul Borosky and I am the owner of Quality Business Plan. And what I'd like to do today is to give you all some tips and tricks on how to write a DELI business plan, as well as how to prepare a financial model that may in the future be used for your pro forma income statement, as well as your pro forma profit and loss statement for the next 12 months. So the way this video is going to work out, or the way I've had it hopefully structured, is that I'm first going to give you all some thoughts and ideas and backgrounds about myself. And from that point in time, then I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to write your company summary section of a DELI business plan, and then how to construct a financial model that may be used in the future for your pro forma income statement and your profit and loss and such like that. All right, so without further ado, let's zip through this little presentation that I've got designed for your viewing and listening pleasure. All right, so a little bit about me. In my experiences, I am a professional writer, specifically a business plan writer. So if you all want to avoid the trials and tribulations and the opportunities for personal growth and avoid writing your own DELI business plan, please pick up the phone, give me a call, send me a text, send me an email. I would be delighted to do it for you. Also, if you have your own business plan already almost written, and you've got that financial model, it's humming, but it's not there yet, but you just need that little push over the edge, then what you can do is you can check out some of my books online. I do have a few business plan writing books, as well as some financial projection books. You can find those on Amazon. And then finally, a little bit of edumacation for me. I am an adjunct professor and subject matter expert in both finance and business. So if your business plan is all squared away and it's looking really good and you've got it edited and it sounds good and the structure looks scrumdiddlyumptious, but you just don't have the those numbers, they're giving you a problem, you've never been good at math, whatever the hang up is for the financial projections, if you just need that aspect of the business plan taken care of, again, pick up the phone, give me a call, send me a text, send me an email, be delighted to assist. All right, infomercial is done. Let's talk about the DELI. All right, so if you're going to go ahead and start a DELI, you're looking to expand a DELI, or you're looking to just get a DELI business plan, regardless, when you're writing your company description, there are some aspects that you should make sure to touch upon in that section. And the first is going to be what makes your DELI a DELI. If you Google DELI, you're going to find a DELI as a restaurant. You're going to find a DELI as selling meats. You're going to find a DELI as a specialty store. It's almost like we can call anything a DELI and justify it if it has some kind of food or imported items in there. So when you're writing your business plan for your DELI, make sure to be specific and not only differentiate it, but just explain it in detail. For example, if your DELI is going to have imported food, so if you're going to have more of a specialty store feel to it, but you're still going to sell your cured meats and your sliced meats and such like that, or some breads or some pastries. I've seen delis doing pastries too. Whatever your core competency is going to be, make sure to identify it and then talk about the complementary services. So, for example, if your DELI is going to import goods from Italy or Germany or something like that, then go ahead and discuss on it how your meats and your breads and your whatever other items, your cooked foods even, those items are going to complement your core competency for the DELI. Also, another core competency could very well be cooked foods. I have seen, we got the Jason's Deli that sells sandwiches and soups and, in finger foods like that. And if your DELI is going to specialize in something like that, then make sure to discuss that as well. And then finally, I've seen delis that are restaurants and delis and specialty stores all wrapped into one pretty little package. And you would think that with all these things going on, that it's going to be a little bit convoluted and twisted, and you're really going to have a hard time identifying a core competency within the organization. And that's it's really important in the business plan, in the company description section. When you're doing 2 or more core services, make sure to be very clear what you're doing and separate them, and then identify what your core competency is going to be, and the 2 might be complementary services. For example, recently I've been to an Italian restaurant, and in that Italian restaurant they had a section over here for specialty items where you can they imported some items from Italy, and then they had a section in another part of the restaurant where you can buy the cooked meats and the breads and such. So if you're going to be, adding a lot of information in like that, or adding a lot of services, then be very careful. But you can do it. Just be very careful how you structure it. And then or not finally, but next, when you in your company description section, tell your story. There's a reason. Some people, in my experience, and I've done more than a few deli business plans. In my experience, there's always a motivation behind starting a deli. It's not like starting a lawn service or a car wash service where it's real quick money. The deli is more of a personal. It's more personal for a person to start. It might be the heritage. It might be that they've got a restaurant and they're expanding to complimentary as a complimentary service, to include a deli or to include a specialty store that's a deli structure. Whatever the story, whatever your motivation, whatever it is, make sure to lead off your company description section with your story, with your motivation, to just let the reader know, to personalize the document up front, and just let them know your motivation. This is pretty much what it is. And then finally, when you're writing your company description section of a business plan, make sure to touch upon some industry research. And this can be a little bit tricky because, like I said, if you go to, you do a little bit of research in just delis, you're going to have a hard time finding industry statistics, because delis are usually geared towards either, specialty stores, or they're geared towards a restaurant, or they're more of a casual dining, more of a, quick service restaurant. So whatever it's more geared towards, because you're not going to find too much information out there with the deli. For example, in my research, I use specialty stores for my research, and I found that the specialty store industry is about a $6.9 billion industry with revenue growth of 1%. So whatever best aligns with your vision of the deli, make sure to pepper in the company description section some discussions about the statistics. When you do that, you may enjoy a couple benefits. First and foremost, when you put some statistics in there, you're going to add credibility to the document. It's going to show, this fact is correct, and this fact is correct, and this fact is correct. And before you know it, you've trained your reader to say, this document is a factual document. And when the reader gets to your financial projections, and we all know financial projections are pretty just made up numbers. We're trying to guess the future that never works out. But when you get to the financial projections and you've got your reader trained that this is a fact, this is a fact, this is a fact, that you have a higher likelihood of them buying into your financial projections based on your research. Also, when you include industry statistics in your company description section, you are setting the foundation to let the reader know that, yes, you are an expert in the industry. You've done the research, you know the industry, and you are able to provide the facts and figures. It might not necessarily mean that you are an expert in the industry, but at least it shows that you're on your way. All right, and then the next tip number 2, financial projections. Now, when you're doing your financial projections for your deli, the way that I structure those, it really depends on whether it's, again, more geared towards a convenience store or a specialty food store, or more geared toward a restaurant, or more geared toward a quick service segment. Whatever it's geared towards, I'm going to go ahead and modify my financial projections accordingly. But in this little video, I do want to wrap it up in just a few minutes. I don't have time to show y'all how to go into some, creating some huge pro forma income statement, pro forma balance sheet, 12-month profit and loss. However, what I have done is I've developed a quick little model that took me about 10 minutes to construct, and I'm able to customize this model to include important variables in a deli that will let you know ballpark how many customers you need to get in the door, what the sales price needs to be, and based on that information and your fixed costs, what you anticipate your monthly profits could be for your deli. So let me go ahead and show you all how this model works, and then from there, I can go ahead and show you, how you can change it around to optimally use this structure. So the way this starts is I've got two main revenue generators. The first one is going to be average customer sales for deli, and then average customer sales for store. So in this hypothetical situation, I'm saying that we've got like a little deli side, and then maybe a little specialty store going on as well. So for the deli side, we're saying that we're going to have 30 customers on a daily basis. Average customer price is going to be about $20, and then the variable cost is going to be about $6.50. For the store customers, we're saying that we're going to have 15 customers purchasing store items, The average price for this store item is about $45, and then the variable cost for each item is going to be about $20. Once we have these variables all straightened out, then the math is going to be pretty straightforward. We're going to take the average sales price and deduct the variable cost, gives us our gross profits. In this example, $13.50. We're then going to multiply our gross profits by the number of customers, which is 30, and that's going to give us gross profits of about $405. We're going to play the same game for the gross profits for the customers for the stores. Once we're done with that, we're going to add together our customer sales for deli and customer sales for store. That's going to give us our total gross profits on a daily basis. If our store / deli is going to be open 7 days a week, then what we're going to do is we're going to put days in a month as 30. If we're going to take a day off on maybe Mondays, we're going to reduce that to 26. So whatever the days in a month are going to be, multiply that by your gross profits, gives you your monthly gross profits. Once you have that, you're going to go ahead and take that $20,280 and plug it in down here. The next step is going to be identify your monthly fixed costs. We're going to have labor, or we're going to have lease, we're going to have labor, we're going to have utilities, marketing, we're going to have supplies, legal, accounting, insurance, and then the wonderful, the catch-all, miscellaneous. Being an entrepreneur, it's like every day is like Christmas. It's always a surprise, and it's going to eventually cost us money. So whatever those costs are going to be, align those right here, put them in budgets, and then add them together. In this example, $13,600. For the monthly cost, we're going to pull that $13,600 right here to the monthly cost. And then finally, what we're going to do is we're going to deduct that monthly cost from our monthly gross profits. Is going to give us a net profits, in this example, $6,680. Now, let's say that $6,680 net profit is not enough for us to get out of bed in the morning. And so what we can do now is we can go ahead and start playing around with the number of customers and the average sales price until we reach a net profit that we say, you know what, it's actually worth our while. So let's go ahead and maybe bump that up to 35, and then maybe bump this up to 20. All right, so we've exceeded a $10,000 net profit, and so again, hopefully that's enough money to get everybody out of bed and just chomping at the bit to make a little bit of money. But what I've done here is I've identified that, you know what, I need to make over $10,000 in net profits, and so we can go ahead and start moving these numbers around until that we identify what our numbers need to be in order to achieve our net profits. So this is telling us that if we get 35 customers in the door for the deli, 18 for the store, with an average sales price of $20 and an average sales price for store of $45, then based on our cost, we should be able to achieve a net profit of $10,385. So this tells us now that we, instead of worrying about all this information here, we just need to worry about getting customers in the door and getting the prices where they need to be, and the profits are going to take care of themselves as long as we control costs. All right, so hopefully that information was helpful. And in summary, when you're writing your deli business plan, make sure to follow a proven format. You can go to the SBA website, download their business plan template, and that template is good for a deli, and it's good for a restaurant, it's good for a specialty store, it's good for a manufacturing company, a lawn company, a construction company, and a boat manufacturer as well. So when you do that and you get the SBA website for free, then you might spend a little bit more time trying to figure out what you need, what you don't need, as compared to just starting from scratch. So make sure to follow a proven format. If you're going to do a business plan and you need a template, make sure to get a template that's aligned with a deli industry. Next is going to be keep the star of the show as the business. And like I said earlier, that a lot of people that start a deli, there's a history, there's a story behind it. However, you don't want that story to be the whole business plan. Keep it to a paragraph, keep it to a few sentences, introduce it, let them know a passion, and then move on and discuss the business. The business plan is about the business. It's not about the history. It's not about the concept. It's not about the motivation. And it's definitely not about the business owner. Too many times I get a deli business plan, or I get some kind of a business plan sent over to me, and excuse me, I read it, and I know all about the business owner. I know nothing about the business. So make sure to stay focused with that. And finally, if you do need some help with your deli business plan, please make sure to reach out, contact me, let me know. I'd be delighted to help. Send me an email, send me a text, give me a phone call. and just let me know what your situation is, how I can help you get from where you are now in your business plan writing process across the finish line. All right. And finally, if y'all do want to go ahead and get a little bit more information on how to write a DELI business plan, just go to my website at qualitybusinessplan.com/how to write a DELI business plan. And if you do want a DELI business plan template, I will be publishing one in the next few days. And just go to qualitybusinessplan.com/business plan templates. And yeah, like I said, in a few days I'll have a DELI business plan template up there for y'all to purchase. And then finally, as always, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up on YouTube and go out there and make some money. Thank you.